Cancer. Amyenergy here with your weekly tarot reading. If you have not, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so that you will be notified whenever I make a new video. And please hit the thumbs up. It means the world to me. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross for us this week, working first with the Dreams of Gaia deck, and then we will clarify with the Rotary deck. Now keep in mind, this reading may not resonate for every Cancer out there, so feel free to check out the other placements in your chart. We have the current energy, what is challenging the situation, where we are at in this currently, what brought us to this point, our projected outcome, the result of this cycle, you as you see yourself, you as you relate to your environment, your community, top secret guidance from spirit, and overall outcome. All right. Let's take a look here. All right, in our current situation, Cancer, I am feeling like we are maybe possibly being a bit impatient, maybe waiting on some sort of stability to come in here. We're clarifying this with the Four of Swords, truce. So definitely I am sensing that for some of our Cancers out there, we are waiting on something coming in here. Now the challenge is the child. So I do feel like there may be a need to be more open about whatever this is, just have a more positive outlook. Or maybe, we're being a little bit too childlike here. Yes, we could be with the Knight of Cups coming out. Interesting energy, the Knight of Cups coming out with the child. So I do feel like there really is a need for you to step forward here. Things may not be working out quite the way that we want them to in regards to our stability. It could be causing us some anxiety. But also at the same time, it is making us kind of look at things in a different way. And I feel like it is sort of a challenge to be able to really truly open up and have that childlike enthusiasm. And then with the Knight of Cups, this is being really capable of taking action, of understanding all the sides to a story here. So that could be a challenge. That could be a challenge for some of our Cancers out there this week. Now, where we are in this now is integrity in the reverse. So, we may not be 100% in our integrity here. Let's clarify that message, Spirit. Yes, with the Fool coming out, there is this sense that we are sort of, embarking on a new path here. And it could be maybe we're just feeling really overwhelmed. Maybe we are having some doubts about ourselves here. What brought us to this point is the Sage. So this could be you or somebody in your life, but this is someone who's really quite knowledgeable. They are the keeper of all of the stories. They have wisdom to share. Yes, and the Six of Wands, victory. So this truly is what brought you to this point, really truly is a mixing together. sort of all of the things with the Six of Wands. So we're mixing together, you know, our wisdom and our journey with now our projected outcome is the Ten of Air reversed. So very interesting energy here with the Ten of Air reversed. There is a sense here, Cancer, that we're hoping for some sort of ending here. With the Ten of Air, yes, with the Ace of Wands, definitely I feel like our projected outcome is this new beginning. This is sort of us being able to, release any negative thoughts that we may have about ourselves or others. But I feel like we're really wanting this new beginning, a very passionate beginning here with the Ace of Wands. Now our actual outcome is the Maiden in reverse. So let's go ahead and clarify that here. Okay. That's too many here, Spirit. So I feel like in the result of this cycle, we are the Maiden in reverse. So I do feel like we may be doing some things right now, Cancer. I'm just going to say, no judgment. Of course, we all do. You should see my readings. But I feel like we are a bit taking some actions that aren't truly like us, not the way we would normally behave, not really in our integrity. And it is sort of, it's not stopping us from growing. It's not stopping us. We are still showing up the Maiden, but it is in reverse. So we may be standing in the way of our own path here. All right. So now you, as you see yourself, is the Nine of Fire. So this is really someone who is, who has reached a point of wisdom and understanding that they can really act from a place of, knowledge and intuition. Like we can see here, we have had a victory. That's what brought us to this point, was a victory, was us being able to mix together all of the things and all of the lessons and really apply that in our life. So the Nine of Fire is someone who really knows what's best for them. And clarifying is the Queen of Discs, just letting us know that we are very stable right now in our environment, very fertile. This is the Empress in action. This is you enjoying your home, your children if you have them. But overall being very stable, being very capable of taking the appropriate steps for you. So that's a lovely energy to view yourself in. And now how you are showing up in the world is the Mother. So that is the Empress. But in this deck we call it the Mother. So this, again, very fertile, very much showing up in your community, in your world as somebody very powerful, somebody who comes from a place of love. Yes, and clarifying that as the Nine of Discs, gain. So definitely a sense, this is two nines coming out here for you. So I do feel like we are definitely in this place of contentment and completion. Okay, our top secret guidance from Spirit is the Two of Air. So definitely a need to acknowledge that things are not always black and white. We do have the Nine of Swords, cruelty, coming out with that. So another 9 that is letting me know that we are really coming to this place of contentment. However, we may still have, have some negative thoughts or some need to protect ourselves. Okay, and the overall outcome is faith in reverse. So I do feel like this week, Cancer, our faith is being shaken by these events. Ooh, okay. And we have the Six of Cups, pleasure, coming out to clarify here. So I do feel like this is major arcana coming out with the Faith card, as well as the Mother, the Child, Integrity, and the Sage, and the Maiden. So, that's really actually, that's wild. There's more major arcana on the table than not, I feel. So definitely a very transformative week, Cancer. And I apologize, I forgot to grab one deck. I'm gonna grab it here. It's gonna take 1 second. I'm not gonna edit this out. But I forgot my oracle deck, so we need an oracle over this situation here. So yeah, I do feel like with the Six of Cups, pleasure, this is very much it's a very interesting energy coming up with faith in reverse, because what is missing from the pleasure card is sort of, oh, I love this. With the pleasure card, there is love and there is pleasure, but it is more physical, more sensual, and I feel like we are kind of needing to take the pleasure where we can get it. And I feel like there could be somebody in our atmosphere that we're like kind of hoping that this is going to be a new beginning with them. I feel like it's probably a fleeting moment if that's going on for you. But there is a need here with the 10 coming out again here, releasing allegiances. That this is a really, really powerful card. And I just feel like it is coming out heavy in your reading, that there's definitely some blockages here. We have this Four of Swords, truce, coming up, and it is kind of letting me know that there's a lot going on in the mind. You have reached this sort of place of stability. You kind of know how you feel about things. But is it really how you feel? Because I do feel like there could be somebody else in your environment here with the Sage coming up here. This person may have really helped you get this victory and helped you get to this point, but that does not mean that their views are your views. With Integrity coming out in reverse, I feel like you may be trying to go on this fool's journey with somebody else's views. You want to definitely make sure that you're true to your heart, following your heart, because we have the Maiden here, essentially the same card, right? And I mean, I guess you can, yeah, this would be the Magician, is the Maiden, essentially the same card as the Fool. So, it's coming up in reverse, so I'm feeling like you're taking this path, but it's just, you need some adjusting. definitely need some adjusting, but we have fours. So we have reached this foundational place, and we have reached to the nines, the contentment. But now our faith is sort of being tested this week, and I feel like we may lose faith in some people or some partnerships that we have been holding on to. There is a need for releasing allegiances, and then we have another 10 coming up on the top of your reading. So I'm also seeing some sevens here. So there's definitely a need, Cancer, this week to, make a strategy, really think about what it is that you want. Because I feel like we may be being a little, with the 7 coming up in reverse here, we may not be paying enough attention to ourselves. We may not be giving ourselves the time that's necessary to really think about what we want to do with this foundation that we found, because we have these 2 4s here. So we found this foundation, and we can certainly build upon it, but we have to have a good strategy, and it has to be coming from it has to be coming from a place of integrity, personal integrity, what's important to you. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, Cancer. If this is your reading, I'm always happy to answer any lingering questions that you have. Reach out to me on Instagram. I'll also have a photo of this spread on my Instagram, and I'll go live, so you won't want to miss that. Please leave me a comment below, Cancer. It means so much to me. I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you. Take care.